Yeah, fix this again. And then we will get started. There we go. Okay, okay. Enyo, enyo. Oh. Oh. Hello, Angel Rider. Welcome, 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 everyone. Well, as you can see by like my assets and everything that I have going on, my blankie and the flag and all that, I wanted to have like a little little chat, just a little like celebration for this month. Pretty much I've had this like idea to do this for a very long while. I kind of knew that if I ever did, you know, anything with content creation or actually, you know, like VTubing and whatnot, that I really wanted to. I just realized I still have the bubbles up. Oh boy, okay. I don't know. Should we just leave the bubbles on? Sure. That's fine, yeah. I just wanted to do a little stream like that. You know, because as being a part of the LGBTQIA plus community myself, it was just something that, you know, is important to me. I said this before when I was like going over my schedule, like at the beginning of this week. Have something for me? Eh? Hello, Jacob. Welcome in. Yeah. It's just a big thing show. I really wanted to do a stream like this. Yeah, thank you, Jacob, for the follow. Thank you. Your birthday soon? Oh, well, happy early birthday, I guess. Yeah, that's exciting. How am I sounding? How is everything looking for you guys? Hopefully good. Trying to see if I'm lagging in it at all. Let me turn that off. And anything else? Oh. You're shark and you go munch munch. You know, Christopher, welcome in. You're good? That's nice. Hello, Apple Bell. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. I'm just, I don't know, pretty much like a stream I put together, kind of like, just wanted to, I don't know, pretty much chat and, hang out and just kind of hear about, you know, everyone's experiences and stuff. And I'll probably go over and, yeah, talk about, I guess, my specific experience, with, as you can tell from my blankie, I'm bi, and just kind of my journey with accepting myself with that and stuff. On Discord yesterday? Oh. So you'll see, hello Ian Gaming, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait a few minutes so people come in and stuff. Also, let me finish my snacky that I'm eating. Very yummy. I don't know. I wonder like how we should go about this. Chat and stuff. One second, let me mute. Okay. Thank you, Inu, for the follow. Thank you, thank you. I mute for a second because my snack is very crunchy. I don't want that to be just super loud in the mic. No offense, what does the flag mean? It is the pride flag. Yeah, to represent people of the LGBTQIA plus community. Hello, Matthias. Welcome, welcome. Potatoes. Potatoes are yummy. I am from the US, Inu. So you? Yes. So me. I am bi. There's more letters? Yes, there are. Thank you, Matthias, for the hearts. Me and go popular. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Pretty much. Right now, I'm just snacking, and then I don't know. I'll get into it. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, you know, to me, I knew that if I ever had like a platform, or if I ever did, you know, VTubing or whatever, that this was definitely what a stream I would want to have at some point, especially for Pride Month. What is that flag you're holding? It is the pride flag. The letters flag. Yep, LGBT. Thank you, Vinny Mass, for the follow. Thank you, thank you. And hello, Rune. Hello, hello. What am I? I am snacking on my crackers with my cheese and my salami. Very yummy. One sec. Okay. I just to mute every single time I take the first bite. Holy. Good boy, Kisser for the follow, and Pawn Gnome for the follow. Hey, hello, hello, welcome in. Christian views, second opinion. Well, it's not really an opinion. And there also are a lot of Christians who are also part of the community as well. I myself grew up very Catholic, and that is definitely part of my story. You're like, thank you. Thank you, Courageous, for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Do 2 black flips. I can only move so much. Last cracker, guys. I'll actually talk. Okay. The mute. Okay. It's such a thing. We're all human, yeah. Exactly. Hello, Bapado. Welcome. But yeah. Pretty much, like, Mori? I don't know if I'm familiar with that. Hello. Welcome in, Pastry Wheel. So, I don't know. How should I keep speeding up then freeze it? Why? Why does it do that? interesting for the purple app. Get Abby Jordan just coming in for the follow. Thank you. I don't know. I sometimes have this problem over here and sometimes I don't. I don't know. But yeah, I am here on TikTok. If it's being a bit weird over here. Munch. Yep. Very munchy. I finally finished my snacky. Welcome back. Yeah. I think one thing that helped me so much initially, like when I was, kind of like initially discovering, that I was definitely a bi, there was another creator that I followed from years ago. I remember they did a video for Pride Month where they kind of talked about their experience and whatnot and all that. And that helped me out so much. And so I always thought, if I ever did anything or had some kind of platform, I would do the same, because you never know like who it could help, or who could relate to your story, or who is questioning, or like just needs a little bit of like encouragement, or just to be told, it's okay. It's okay. Stream is better? Okay. Well, okay, good. I don't know what's up over there. So what do you think of the bubbles? I had them on from last stream, so... Thank you, Vivian, for the follow. Thank you, and welcome in. Yeah, welcome. Okay. Let's see. Are indeed bubbling. You know what? It's fun. It kind of goes. I'll keep the bubbles on. I'm entertained by it, and then, that's all that matters. It makes me happy. Like yesterday's stream, I was like messing around with a bunch of like the filters and stuff, and forgot to change it. No, whatever. It works. Yeah, it makes sense for today. Yeah, it works. We'll leave it. Yeah. I'm still like, I know. Probably should have I was like, where to begin, or like, what shall we talk about, like, specifically? You're also more than welcome to ask questions too. Hello, Crimson Reaper. What religion am I? Heh. What a thing to get into. I'll say I'm not subscribed to any religion at the moment. But in the past, a big part of my journey and me has to be with, growing up very Catholic and being very, very involved in the Catholic Church. And, definitely some things there. I will say, just because I know some people will come in and be like, first off, absolutely zero hate will be tolerated. If anyone says anything or whatever, any hate towards LGBTQIA plus community, anything for just anything considered, discriminatory in any way, 100% will not be tolerated. You'll immediately, you'll immediately be banned if you say anything like that, so. Just wanna get that right out the gate first. Just kind of like while I'm talking and whatnot. Yeah, it is crassier. So, and I probably will be talking just a little. Normally, I usually won't want to talk about things that are like, I guess quote unquote controversial on here on a live. But considering the topic that we are going on about today, not that LGBTQIA+ is the controversial part. I'm saying more of like, you know, talking about religion and everything is a bit part of my story. And, you know, I will be bringing it up. But in general, no hate to any religion, no matter what, anything. You do you. Everyone, right to their opinion and whatever religion and stuff that they follow. So, yeah. I just wanted to first actually mention that before we actually, you know, start talking about stuff. Just because it's like, you know, certain things will not be tolerated here, you know? Everyone is respectful and kind. Keep seeing on your preview page. Well, welcome in, John. What's up? Hello, those evil things guy. Welcome in. Welcome. Hello, JJ. Sunyan. Amazing. Alright. Let me sit up and get me some sippies. The pin of shame? Or you get the boot. I think he pinned it himself, so, yeah. So yeah, I would just say, normally I'm pretty good about, you know, seeing anything in chat that makes me like uncomfortable or ban worthy, but I'm here. There's also some mods, so if you guys see anything like that, immediately you have my permission to let them leave. Make them leave, actually. Oh god. They have power. They have pin power. Got it. Yeah. Alrighty. Ooh. Let me see. Another thing that's ban-worthy? What? Oh god. Anything you say. Okay, wow. How'd you pin it? You pinned it before I muted you, what the heck? It's a sign to follow you. Yes, if you like to and if you like my content and what you see. Yeah, more than welcome. We love to have very chill, cozy times. For Nikki Anzai streams. Thank you, John, for the follow. Thank you. Can you get him? Not yet. Alrighty. Soon. Thank you, Yuri VA, for the follow. Thank you. And thank you guys for joining in for all the likes and everything. Very much appreciated. Oh! Oh my gosh. I completely forgot what I initially was gonna do. Thank you, Ghost Rider, for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Let me actually give credits to the assets and everything that I have on me. How did I forget about that? That was something I was gonna go over first. Let me give the credits to the artists and stuff. Give me 1 second, guys. I forgot to... Choking on myself. I forgot to pull it up. Take care of this thing over here. Okay. Okay, so the flag, you know, you can see it moving. It is a live 2D asset. This one is by Marinki Art, and I got it from their Etsy store. Doot doot doot. Hello, Orochi Chris. Welcome in. Let me see. The other two. I need to find it. Thank you, Orochi, for sharing the live. Thank you. Much appreciated. What the heck? What? Why? When I have random problems on here. Okay. Which one was this one? Let me see. Okay, so the blanket, the little pride blanket I have, the by one specifically, is from Tori Bear Art, and I got it from their coffee shop. And then the headband is super cute. Super cute little flower crown. I love it. It's so adorable. I'm like, yes, I am definitely using this. This one is from... Oh, where's their name? Let me find it. Nice live. Thank you. Thank you, Mercurial, for the follow. Thank you. Oh, Vendarka. The flower crowns. They had a bunch of like different like pride crowns, flower crowns. It's from Vendarka, and I also got it from their coffee shop as well. Their coffee. Okay, wanted to make sure I gave credit there before I continue. Have everything up. Okay. Oh, you're lagging. Probably. I might, let me see. Maybe to stop with the lagginess. The other one's not gonna work. Give me 1 second. Technical stuffs. Just so it'll be better over here, at least. can't tell if it's even doing. Eh. Okay, there it goes. Who's that? Okay. Hopefully, it gets a little better now. For you guys. Since it's Men's Mental Health Month, you should let out Nick Anzai for real. Nick Anzai. Now, I'll think about giving him like a 5-minute break outside. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Name, for the follow. Thank you. Someday. Nick, I'll let Nick Anzai out someday. Well, we'll do a thing like that. Should have done this stream just to ask Nick Anzai. No empathy for Cougar, oh my god. Anyways. I'm like, oh, I'll talk about this, and then as soon as I'm like, oh god, where do I start? And then alrighty, goodbye, Kirsty. Thank you for stopping by. We're hanging out for a little while. Let him free. Oh no. Can he be freed? Should I let him be free? We'll see. We'll see. I do have some ideas though for Nick Anzai. So who knows? Maybe in the future I'll let him out again. We'll let him out for a little while. Okay. Okay. Shall I just, guys want to hear me just yap for a bit about me specifically and about get some Nikki Anzai lore and just a bit about me growing up and what you know, kind of how I eventually ended up to where I am today. No and sure, okay. Thanks. Pet seal, okay. Thank you. I'll take head pats. Chuck E. Cheese tube. Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, you know, did grow up in a very, very Catholic environment. I was definitely that, like, Catholic schoolgirl, you know? So adorable, thank you. Ooh, anyone know of the Catholic school to gay pipeline? It's pretty common, honestly. Oof. Growing up. Yup. You do? Mm-hmm. Funny how that works. Two friends? Yup. Wow. It's like a very common a thing. But touch your head gently. Yeah. I will definitely have a head pat something for stream. That needs to be a thing. I need to get all the head pats. So yeah, went to private Catholic school for 9 years of my life. Did altar serving for 4 years. Was super involved in my late teens, very early 20s. with just being in like a church thing, which did wonders for me at the time. Ugh. Hello, pretty princess in blue dude. Welcome, welcome. So, basically, I wouldn't say it was until going into high school and then getting to meet and see a lot of different people. Because before then, you know, went to small Catholic school. So that was like the only thing that I knew. You're so cute, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Gege, for the follow. Thank you. And thank you for the rose. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And let's see. Yeah, going into high school. Now let me tell you about the high school I went to. So you can see just the difference in the freaking culture shock I went through. Happy Pride! Yeah, thank you, Gege. Happy Pride! I'm so happy that I get to say this and, you know, I get to, you know, chat and, you know, about it and stuff and actually celebrate. It makes me very, very happy. That I get to, you know, be myself and get to hang out with other people. Super, super fun. I went to a very artsy high school. Very artsy. Very different from what I went to previously before then. So I was very into music and stuff at the time. So that was just the kind of school I ended up going to. And that's when I was like, whoa. Gay people exist. They're real. They're not myths. So to my little small teenager freshman brain, I was like, wow. Okay. This is a little different. Can I say I enjoy live streaming? A beautiful day. Thank you, Satoru Utah. Thank you. And thank you, Giga, for sharing. Artsy high school, yep. Greetings from Russia. Hello, cool kid. Thank you, Vic Oni, for the follow. Thank you. So, pretty much going from very Catholic, conservative, didn't know. I mean, I knew of gay people, kind of, but it was like, was that really a thing? Was that really a thing? And honestly, I do think I knew I was bi before then. I just didn't have the language or even like the know of like that it was like an actual thing or like an option, right? Because that just wasn't language I was ever taught or was pretty much told like, yeah, no, this is bad. This is not good. Holy stop motion. No. I literally did everything so it wouldn't be this problem. Let me see. Put myself around a little. Oh, I could see it in the preview. Why are you doing this? Oh. I actually can. Oh. Well, let's not do that. I shrink myself. Trying to silence me, probably. Who knows? Ooh. What if I move this out and bring this up? Okay. Is this any better? Any better? Yeah, okay. I mean, I made some little changes, so hopefully that keeps it from freezing. I like chin scritchies. Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, now that hopefully we're all good again. Thank you, Jiju-chan, for the follow. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome. Alrighty, where was I? So, basically starting high school and being like, wow, this is really a thing. This is really a thing? It's not good again? Is this LGBTQ? Yes, it is, Kerbots. It's not good again. Well, you're gonna, I guess, live with it. I don't know. I don't know. I think I pretty much... Because I don't think I can turn this off, or else... Actually, let's see what happens. Does this make it, like, completely disappear? Let me know. Let me know if I'm still here and it's not like a black screen. It's alright. Okay, so maybe it's JJ. As long as cause the last time I turned off the preview thing, and then people were saying that it just showed like a black screen. I was like, really? Oh, I'm so tiny. Let's... I don't want to be that tiny. A flag are you holding? This is the Pride flag. It's the LGBTQ plus flag. The American flag. Yes, exactly. And then let's see. Before I get distracted again. Are you Philippines? I am not. I am not. I'm not Filipino in any way. Oh, thank you, Rude. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Rude, for all the roses. Holy. Thank you. Crazy. What? So many. And you're still going. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah. And so, kind of learning through having friends and stuff who are also part of the community at the time, and then me going into high school and being like, whoa. And then I had friends who were also part of the community, and then just kind of been like, whoa, this is a thing. Okay. Karoon's an ally. Awesome. How are you still going? What the heck? Thank you. Do you like boys or girls to be your lover? Well, 350. Thank you so much, Ruth. Thank you. If you can see the blankie that I have on currently, so this is the bi flag. I'm bi. So I prefer actually, I am on the bi like scale. And kind of going into that, because I think there's a bit of some people have some misconceptions about people who are bi. So definitely have been interested to both. Okay, JJ. Thank you, Matthias, for the donut. Thank you. Oh my god. What? Sometimes I'm like, why do I give you power? Why do you have power? Yeah. So again, having friends and then kind of learning about stuff through them. And then one of my really good friends that I had been friends with since like before high school, like we had known each other for a couple years before then, and then we went to the same high school together. He came out to me as trans, and that was pretty new concept to me at the time too. Thank you, John, for the follow. Thank you. Oh my gosh, and thank you for the other donut, Matthias. Thank you. And thank you, Monica, for the follow as well. Thank you. Title gifter. Wow. Awesome. And so, kind of having to learn through him as well. And being like, I had been friends with him for years, and then for him to come out and be like, oh, I'm trans, that was like pretty eye-opening to me, and being like, oh, this is wow, okay. And then kind of learning, you know, that like this is okay, that, you know, whatever I have been taught my whole life about the LGBTQ was not true. So I was like, if this person has been my friend for so long, and, or, you know, and everything, it just, nothing's adding up about, like, you know, people are like, oh, this is bad, or, like, sinful, or whatever. So, that's when I was like, this is not adding up, but, again, was still in denial myself. Hello, Logan, welcome in. Thank you, NPC Forever, for the follow. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you, Matthias, for the finger hearts. Oh my god, thank you. Wow, you guys are going crazy today. Okay. ¿Cómo estás? Bien. I'm good. Yeah. And so, again, that was pretty eye-opening. One, going to definitely a more artsy school where everyone was, you know, kind of accepted. Everyone's like the drama kids, or like the theater kids, the music kids, band kids, choir kids. And if you know, a lot of us, we're all gay. If you're, yeah, I'd say, you know. So luckily, I'm very happy that I got to, you know, go and be in an environment like that, because, you know, very different from what I was in prior, right? And then we come when I'm stopped, comes the realization of not super being in denial anymore with myself. In the same school like that, basically outcast, neuropic outcast, that's exactly what they said about my school. Yep, that was definitely the type of school I went to. I might have wished you a good time. Thank you, Val Sharon. Thank you. Thank you for saying it out loud, oh my god. Yeah. Definitely, kind of got to meet and see people of all letters of the rainbow, pretty much. Hola, hello, Evan. Welcome, and welcome back, pretty princess. Welcome. Yeah. And so I would say that this was like more of like my first 2 years of high school was being like, and kind of learning more. And learning to be like a little bit more accepting, but still being like, again, at this point, still was kind of made to be still involved in a lot of my church stuff and whatnot. And then things that were told there were always contradicting what, what I knew from my friends, and just being like, And so it's definitely not what I think now, but I think it's important to mention, at the time it was like, I would always be like, yeah, I accept you guys, yeah, like, I look back and I'm like, oh, but being like, like, it's okay, like, I'll still be your friend, and I'll still, like, accept you, but, like, deep down I was like, is this really still okay? I don't know. But you know what, they're my friends, so, whatever. Hello, good day, thank you, and hello, Air, welcome in. So I would say this was very much, like, my mindset my first 2-ish years in high school. Then, we get to the latter 2 years. And this is when I started to more realize, oh, I like girls. Yeah, W pin. Oh my god. Not saying all of them are, but definitely some of them. Definitely more people in the creative fields. Yeah, we tend to be in the under the rainbow, Thank you, Leonardo, for the follow. Thank you. And so, getting into then, I would say prior to that, it was mostly like, still like mostly only having crushes on guys. And so I kind of just clung to that because I was like, this is good, this is safe, this is what's acceptable. And just kind of going through a bit of confusion. Definitely more second year high school. And yeah. Ooh. And then I ended up liking one of my friends, and it took me, the thing is that I think I really liked her for a long while, longer than it took me to realize. Just cause, again, that wasn't super like language and stuff that was available or something that I knew was like a normal thing, right? Oh my god, GJ. And so I kind of realized, being around this friend, I loved being around her. She was one of my closest friends, and it was definitely different from like other friends that I had. Are you lying? Oh my god. I mean, I am bi, so I can't like just fucking deny anything. So I kind of realized, oh, well, I shouldn't say realized yet. I kind of really liked being around this friend and hang out with her, talking with her, getting to hang out with her, especially if it was like one-on-one and stuff. Hello, Glitch, welcome in. Welcome. And I don't even know how long this was, but I just remember like having like butterflies, like if she was around, and like just being like really happy when it would just be like us hanging out and stuff. And that was definitely different from, like my actual like friends. So I thought, I guess definitely more platonic, even though she was also platonic, but like didn't realize I was catching those feelings. probably figured out your bi like 3 days ago. Well, happy Pride. Definitely accepted here. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. I have been, I would say out, but I wouldn't say out. I would say accepting of myself for, let's see, like 8 years now. Yeah. But it definitely was a journey. So, glad to see you again. Welcome back, Zaz. Hello, Griffin, Joji. You're bi? I am bi. As you can see, the blankie that I have on me, it is the bi flag. And so, yeah. As I was saying, I, started realizing I just really liked being around her. And I remember one time her friends told me, like, they're like, oh my god, she talks about you all the time, and like, I don't know, like she's like obsessed with you or something. And I just remember like having like major butterflies when they told me that. I'd be like, ah. But I still was like, no, not like that. Have a good time? Yeah, thank you for stopping by. And I remember, I don't know, there was just so many moments where I'm like, it's so obvious. It's so obvious. I liked her. But like, I didn't even see it myself. It was quite obvious though, I remember one time we were all at like a friend's house for like a sleepover and stuff, and she wasn't able to stay like the whole time. Like she had to leave because she had work like early in the morning, and I started being like, no, and I was so sad when she had to leave, and I was like, no, I wanted you to be here longer. Thank you, just a crazy boy, for the follow. Thank you. Still had no idea that these were feelings. Nikki was hungry. Oh god. And then I want to say, I'm trying to remember if it was the 3rd or 4th year of high school, like junior or senior. When this is so dumb. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you, Dolly Francis, for the follow. Thank you. Pets ears, yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was probably like senior year, around senior year. And I remember, I had a dream that we went on a date to like the movies, and like super innocent dream. Okay, we were like just at the movies. I remember at a dream we were like holding hands and stuff. God, this is so embarrassing just to talk about out loud, but whatever. This was like high school years ago. A pop sound? What do you mean? A pop sound. And I remember waking up because I was like, oh my god, we were on a date and we were like holding hands. Oh my god, we were holding hands. What? And I remember waking up and just being like, huh? Why would I have this dream? Oh my god. Premarital hand holding. I know. I know. I dreamt that we were holding hands, guys. It was crazy. No, JJ, no. No. Totally platonic. Oh, I know. And I remember just like sitting up and being like, oh shoot. Thank you, Tonmon, for the follow. Thank you. And I was like, oh, I like her? Wait a minute. And so, that was the first big major eye-opening thing to me. And the first time where I had to like kind of face it and be like, girl, the feelings, they're there. What are you doing? We're just doing a little Pride Month celebration, little stream here. Just here chit-chatting. Just talking about, I don't know, pretty much I'm just yapping about, you know, how I got to be in the mindset of where I am now. And just kind of learning to accept myself. And seeing like, oh, that this is okay. This is okay. So that was like the first like big moment. Was realizing, holy, I have feelings. A femboy? I am very femme, but not a boy. Yeah. And so I just remember, you know, like having to, you know, go to school and stuff after this and be like, oh my god, I like her, what? I like her. Ooh, what do I do about this now? And instead of dealing with it or, you know, really facing it at the time, because, you know, still, you know, I'm around like my family, still having to be somewhat involved still, you know, with my church and stuff. And so I was like, I can't, like, this is, no, this can't be me, this is not, it's not acceptable. Nope. Thank you, Tigu, for the follow. Thank you. And so that was just kind of my headspace at the time, was like, no. I can't try to unpack this or deal with this at the moment. And so I packed it up in a box with a bunch of chains and locks and put it in the back of my brain and was like, I am not opening this. We're not opening this. No. Hello, Tanner. Welcome in. It's just like, I can't deal with this. And plus there was just a lot on my plate at the time. Again, going to the school I went to, it was very high academically challenging. Like you had to have certain grades to like get in and stuff, and you had to be like involved in music, and it's a whole thing. Thank you, Rory Bruce, for the follow. Thank you. Wow, hello Summer, welcome in. And thank you for the rose, Matthias. I lost my train of thoughts, and there goes the music. Pew, pew, pew. Go back on. There we go. And so... Thank you for the rose. Yeah. So, like I said, there was just so much more on my plate. I was also struggling a lot with school, and just kind of like my own mental health stuff at the same time. So much so that I was like, I can't deal with trying to unpack this and having some kind of like sexuality crisis right now. Like, nah, we ain't dealing with this. And so I just never really confronted those feelings or, told her or anything like that. But we still remain, like, really good friends. And I was still, like, really good friends with her. But it was just kind of, like, me having to be like, wow, I accept that I have feelings for her, but I'm never gonna, like, say anything about this ever. And then, let's go past high school, and this is where things really started to unravel. Still getting head pats. And let's see. She's watching this right now. God, imagine. She wouldn't know I'm a VTuber. I haven't talked to her in many years, so definitely not feeling the same way. But like, this was back in high school, and I just kind of look back on like her and like having feelings for her and like all that is just like kind of like my first kind of step in like realization for myself. So like, even if I never, like, said anything when I wasn't going to, and I was like, I don't know if she's, like, straight or not, I ain't saying anything, yeah, she was still, like, a really good friend for a while. And was she... The dinos were still around, oh my god, okay. And... So now we get into I'm completely out of high school, starting to do more college stuff, things like outside of this. Hello, Violet, welcome. And it took, I would say there was definitely like a period like in between of starting to, oh gosh, okay, I need to bring this up because let's talk about me and my otome game obsessions. Anyone remember the days? Does anyone remember the days of Mystic Messenger online? That was definitely an era. Oh boy, no. Ooh. Yep, that was a thing. Flashback to then, when everyone was playing Mystic Messenger. So if you don't know what that is, it was an otome game. It's basically you play as like a main MC character, and this one was kind of like the first of its kind and kind of leads to, I guess, kind of how otome are today, because this one really was kind of like a big, I guess, popular major one. That first kind of went, there's definitely others beforehand, but prior this one. And this game in particular had mostly male characters, but one female character that you did have a route with. You're probably like, Nikki. This is important. This is part of the journey, okay? I remember being like, oh, okay, like I'll play her out. Of being like, yeah, I'll play her out. And was definitely like, oh, I like her out. It always leads back here, Nikki. It does. There's a reason I stream lads now and things like that, and I like to do different otome games. God. W projecting. Seriously though. It was literally playing this that I was starting to like more accept myself and be like, oh, I like playing her routes. And the thing is that her route initially, like, it's kind of romantic, but then they also kind of play it off as like at the end, like when you get like super close, and then it's like, and then they were really good gal pals. I started being so mad about it. I'm like, oh my god, they're together. Like, no matter how this route ends. Nah. I think later updates they made it a little more fruity. But when the game initially came out and they had a route and stuff, it was like, it literally ends with them being like, and they're gal pals. Very close gal pals. Yeah, really good friends. Yeah. I was like, that is not how this is written at all. But okay. And so that's definitely a part of it. And just being like, ooh, I like that there's like a girl that we can like kind of romance, sort of, in a way. Hello, Adu. Welcome. And let's see. I think just kind of also realizing that, so this is also like me getting really into like cosplay and things like that, was also like around this time. And just getting into more, I guess, like, this is the time when I'm getting into like anime and like K-pop kind of stuff, and interacting more with like those kinds of fandoms, along with like the stuff that I was like into and watching at the time and whatnot. Definitely was like, oh, there's a lot of people like in these communities are LGBTQ. And so I was like, huh. And I just happened to gravitate towards these spaces too, as well. And I think that was very, very helpful to see, especially in the cosplay community, because you know, people will cosplay and do like whatever want, doesn't matter like the gender or whatever of the character, like you cosplay everything, and just kind of realizing that a lot of them, like, we're all part of like the queer community in some way. And I just kind of like seeing more and more of that, and just seeing more, being in a space where there was more queer people, that I was like regularly coming across, like both like online and stuff, or you know, at events and anything, was still kind of having me be like, again, I was still like in denial. Like, I was like, do I really like girls? I don't know. I just remember still being just in denial about it, and like, I'm not opening this box. I'm not opening this box. And I don't know, just seeing like, realizing that I definitely was starting to be more attracted to women at the time. Because let's say, for example, like, I wouldn't even say like at this point it was just like friends or anything, but like, I don't know, you know, like if you watch a movie or something, or like, I don't know, you see like that like actor or actress, you're like, oh, they're attractive. And like, for me, it was starting to become more of like, oh, I'm starting to notice, oh, like this person's attractive and like stuff. And that was definitely like, yeah. And just kind of being like, but no. But no. Let's see. And then Hyuna happened. Oh my god, I had the biggest girl crush ever on Hyuna. If you don't know who she is, she's a solo K-pop artist. Not too much anymore, but definitely then. And hello Aziza, welcome. Yeah, definitely having like I don't know. I just loved her. It's like I loved her music, her vibe, everything. And thank you, Seki Venom Cat. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. And getting into anime, a lot of LGBT people as well. Yeah. Like, it was definitely like seeing it more, and being like, wow, a lot of people in these communities are like, oh, okay. Thank you for sharing the live, Venom Cat. Thank you. And so funny to be like, oh my god, and then Hyuna. And then I was like, oh, I would watch her like videos and like dance practices, music videos and all that. And I was like, wow, I found her very, very attractive. Definitely feeling some kind of way when like seeing her content and stuff and being like, wow. And kind of noticing that, again, like, at this point, it wasn't like anyone in particular, like I had a crush on like anyone specific. It was just like, you know, like, I don't know, if like a celebrity crush and stuff, and like, oh, like I find this person attractive and whatnot. So it definitely was becoming more of a thing, to where I'm like, I don't know if I can deny this. I don't know if I can keep denying this. And then, okay, little itty bitty bit personal, but this connects with the whole story. So, you know, as I mentioned, how I said initially, I just didn't want to deal with that at the time when I was in my senior year of high school because, hello One Piece, because there was just a lot on my plate at the time, both dealing with stuff academically and all that, and just my mental health was not in a good spot at the time. And so I was still dealing with all of that, and this is still like a couple years later. Later, I'm actually like in college at this point, and thank you, Sly, for the follow. Thank you. And then having a bit of again, I'm not saying this to like worry people or like make it a thing, but it does lead into this story. So yeah, I think it's the important part to tell. Pretty much having a breakdown like at this point, and I remember I had a meeting with like the school counselor because we were like gonna go over like grades and like what classes I would take for like the next semester and like all this stuff. And I just remember her like asking me about my grades, and I just broke down. Like I was like, oh, and she was like, oh my god, are you okay? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I ain't good. And she was like, hey, like I can suggest this for you, but would you like to talk to, like, we have, you know, psychologists and people here at the school, if you'd like to talk to them. And at this point, I had never like done any kind of therapy, or I didn't really have any real knowledge about anything about mental health, like at all at this point. Like I didn't even know what was happening with me. I just knew I probably wasn't okay. And so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go talk to her. And so she took me over to where they had the like psychology area, whatever, like where they're at for like the different therapists they had on campus. And identity clashing with ideology. Ugh. There's a lot. But that's a whole story for another day. Hello, Triumph, welcome in. And so finally went and decided to go talk to this psychologist and be like, okay, fine. I mean, I'm not crazy. Like, at this point, I didn't think like, oh, you talk to like a therapist or something, like only if something like you have to have like major, I don't know, like psychosis or something. Like at the time, this is like how little I knew about mental health. Like I really knew nothing and couldn't even put into words what I was going through. Thank you, Devote, for the follow. Thank you. And so, yep, so this is kind of where I first started to admit it. Because a little bit before this, I was starting to be like, I don't know, do I like girls? Is this okay? I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know, but I know I like guys. Like, I know I like guys, and that's okay. And that's the good, right thing. So I'm just gonna completely still deny and try to block out anytime I have any kind of feelings or thoughts about any, like, women at all. Nope. So I was just like, nope. We're not gonna think about this. And it was such a weird thing, because it was like, I was okay with having friends. Like, I'm like, oh, I love and accept my friends who are LGBT. And that it's okay for them to be, but it's not okay for me to be. So I'm hearing you're bi. I am bi. And so it was just kind of doing those mental gymnastics in my head just because of what I was told my whole life and what people around me were saying. So that was just kind of like my mindset on that was like, it's not okay. It's not okay if I like girls. Like, this will not be okay. But at the same time, I had like friends and I'm like, oh yeah, but it's totally okay for them, but it's not okay for me. I now know that was internalized homophobia. It's definitely a thing that a lot of people in the LGBT, community, especially if you grew up, I guess, similar to how I grew up. If you grew up with more of a religious background, it definitely is a thing, is internalized homophobia. And I remember the very first time I had ever said out loud about the possibility that I'm probably not fully straight. Hello, Zexa, welcome. You're fortunate your aunt told us she doesn't care about you as long as you're happy. That's so nice, Kota. I'm glad you have parents like that. Very, very good. Definitely people should be, like it shouldn't matter. But, as I've said, this was how I grew up. Definitely a lot more conservative and, kind of more being told that being gay is like a sin if you're gay or trans or like anything. Like, this is bad. It's not good. Christian lady too, yeah. There's definitely a lot of I would say even more so now of just people who are Christian just being a lot more accepting and stuff. Still got a ways to go with a lot of different nominations, but I'm happy that's becoming more of a thing. And the thing is that I can understand both. Because I was like in the middle of it too, right? Thank you. Hello, Beast doing. Beast do good. Happy Pride. Yeah, thank you. And so it was just, I don't know. Okay. Cute model, thank you. How's my night going? Pretty good. I've been having a pretty good day. And where was I? This is oh boy. You know, whatever mental health time is, or day, or whatever. I should go into my whole thing with getting diagnosed as autistic and ADHD very late in life. Because also this is somewhat related to this, but that is a whole other story for another day. And speaking of being ADHD, can you tell that I can't stay on one topic and I get distracted? I don't even remember where I was talking. Where was I? Holy brain, please. Yes, we can. Oh. Yeah, it's totally not obvious at all. Psychologist, that's where I was. A therapist, a school. Got it. Okay, I'm back on track. Your spectrum showing. Good. So, like, whatever. So I go and I schedule, you know, to meet with this school therapist at the college. Thank you, Coda, for the follow. Talking about men's mental health. Oh yeah, that's what we've been talking about this whole time. Yep. The topic of the day. It's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, guys. Apparently that gets forgotten. I honestly did not know that until the other day when you guys told me. Oh my god. But anyways. So I schedule the appointment, and then I have like my first meeting. And for anyone who's ever had like therapy, you would know like the very first meeting that you have with your therapist, they usually like just ask you a bunch of questions, get to know you, like kind of what's going on, and they just ask you just a bunch of questions about everything. You're not an ally. I care about mental health and men's mental health. But so yeah, so if you're ever going to therapy, this is just like a thing, like a normal thing. Oh, thank you, Hero, for the heart me. Thank you. And like I just remember her, like I knew one of the questions they were gonna ask was like they'll ask you like, oh, like what do you identify as? What's your gender? Like what's your sexuality and stuff. Like I knew these were questions that were gonna be brought up, and it was stressing me out. Hello Mutt, welcome. So I was just stressed about that, honestly, because I didn't have an answer. Like I couldn't. It didn't feel right. I was like, okay, the right answer to say is to say that I'm straight. But I'm like, I don't think that's right. Because I know I've had a crush on this person. I know I've been thinking that women are attractive too. But I also know that I like men. And I know that's okay. And so that's just kind of like how my brain was at the time. And hadn't like voiced it out loud to anyone. Like at the time it was just like in my thoughts. And so the thought of you know, saying something to like even a therapist, like, even as a therapist, like, you know, hopefully I would hope all therapists are, you know, accepting, I would hope. But I was like, even with a therapist, like this was just a lot, you know, to like say out loud to just any other human being. It's been a while. Yeah, it has. Welcome back. And so I remember our first meeting. So she was like asking me, like, you know, like, what's your name? Hello, I'm Nikki Anzai. Like, what about this? Like, what is your gender identity? And I was like, female. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I feel like a girl. And then came And then what's your sexuality? Or like, what's your preferences? And I just froze. And I was like, uh, uh, how do I answer this? What is the right answer? Like, as if there's like, this is a quiz and there's the right answer. I don't know. But that was just my brain at the time. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. And I, for the first time ever, I didn't say that I was bi. Like, I knew of the word bisexual. I knew what it meant. But I still, like, didn't apply it to myself or, like, knew. I guess, like, I don't know. I just didn't associate it with me. It was still, like, something that was far away and not something that, like, would relate to me. So, I don't know. I just didn't think like that. Why are they asking all that? I mean, it's very typical. If you go to any, like, therapy or talk to a psychologist or, like, whatever for, like, the very first time. Usually your first meeting is, like, an intake. It's a normal thing. Yeah. They just try to get, like, a clear capture of just, like, your life and different things like that. So it's very, very normal. And and I literally told her, I was like, I don't know. I was like, well, I know I like men. I know I'm attracted to men, and I've had crushes on men, and I like men. Yes, I do. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just like questioning, or maybe I don't know. Like maybe like I possibly could like a girl. I don't know. I don't know. But you know, I like guys. This is literally what I told her. It was just like, maybe. And I just remember she looked at me and she paused and she smiled and she just said, "I'll write down that you're questioning." And then I just remember in my brain just being like, I'm actually questioning my sexuality right now. I have to actually like that was like the first time where like I had to actually face the question and be like, I'm probably not straight. Oh my god, JJ. Is this more common now? Because I feel like 10 to 15 years ago it's not as common. I think it's definitely more common now for sure. I think that was also something I was scared about because this was like a while ago. Was being like, is this even a safe person? But luckily she was. And getting to say that out loud for the first time was because I started being like, I just told someone out loud verbally that I'm probably not straight, or that I'm quote unquote questioning apparently, and like it kind of put my brain into a complete frenzy because I was starting to open that box that I said I'd put in the back of my mind that I wasn't ever wanting to open again and like have to face. And so like now this was something I couldn't run from it at this point. Let me take a sippy. Just realized how much I was yapping. I was thirsty. Okay. And I just remember like going home like after this. And like besides like the other things that I was going through at the time, this was now like something I had to think about. And I just remember like sitting with that for the rest of the day and being like, there is one person in this world that knows that I'm probably not straight. And like I kind of spiraled. I was like, oh god, like this can't be known. Oh, actually, let me go back. A little tiny itty bitty side story. Let's go back to a senior year of high school. Let's go back a couple years. I remember, you know, like, of course I realized that I liked my friend, and this was kind of like the start of everything. But I just remember being like, I can't have people know what's in my brain. Like, people cannot know this. I can't have people thinking that I'm like a lesbian. I can't have people thinking in any way that I'm not straight. Like a superhero identity, literally, I was like that. To me, that's how big of a deal it was. And especially with my family and like growing up around them, it definitely wasn't something I ever thought I could talk about. And it's, yeah, and so little side note, I have this story. I remember I had this other friend, in like senior year of high school. Like we were pretty good friends and stuff. And I just remember, like, one time, like, we were all like standing outside. I don't remember what we were doing, but I think we were like in PE, or maybe it was like lunchtime. I don't remember. Who cares? That doesn't matter. Thank you, Paulo, for the follow. Thank you. And I just remember, like, she was really pretty. I will admit, I thought she was very pretty at the time. Wasn't like had feelings or anything for her, but I was like, yeah, she's definitely pretty. And I remember, like, I'm not super like, I wasn't super comfy with being like really close or like touching people, or like, I don't know, like even like casually like friends, not like a creepy weird way or anything, but like even like friends, like, I don't know, if we like link arms or like hold hands or something, like platonically, of course, like even like with like my friends, it was like it wasn't something I would do often, so it was kind of like, thank you, JJ, for the heart me. Thank you. And I just remember this one time, she like clung to my arm, and she was like leaning her head on like my shoulder, and I was just like, the bi panic was real. I just didn't know it at the time, but I was sort of being like, oh my god. A pretty girl on my shoulder. Hello, River EXO, welcome in. I was just like, oh my god, pretty. And I just remember thinking, like, I kind of like stiffened and like just kind of like stood there like frozen. And I remember her saying like, he's like about like how like stiff I got, or like how like she could tell that I just got like uncomfortable with like the hug. So like she let go because she was like, oh, okay. But I just remember thinking in my brain, like, oh my god. And then also like right after like that, like immediately after being like, oh my god, she was like holding on to me, like immediately after that, like my thoughts were, I can't have anyone around me think that I like girls. I cannot have anyone think this, because this isn't true. No. No one around me. And that's why I like froze up, because I got scared that people were gonna see us. And even, we're friends, like it wasn't even anything, we're both girls, like whatever, like, ow. Like, you know, like with girly friends, kids still like hang on to each other and stuff, like it, whatever. It's not weird in any way, but I just remember thinking like, I can't have people look over and think that I'm like a lesbian or something. Like I was like, I can't have people think in any way that I have any attraction to girls. Thank you, Ame, Kabito, Lucia, and Ovia for the follows. Thank you guys. Welcome in. Welcome. For those of you just joining. Hello, I am Nikki Anzai. We're just here chatting about... Oh! JD! My god, thank you so much for the hanging lights. Holy! Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Happy Pride Month. Thank you, Trunks. Thank you. And welcome in, guys. Holy. I'm just here yapping about just kind of telling my story. Yeah, I just feel like it's a good thing to share, and you never know who it might help. Yeah, happy Pride Month! Absolutely, yeah, thank you, J Dave. Happy Pride Month, Lucia. Thank you. And so, I can't be associated with those people. Literally, yeah. That's kind of like my mindset was like, I don't know. I just thought that people would think that and like just automatically be like, oh, you like women. For shame. I'm not really sure the flag is. Oh, this is just the pride flag. It's like the official pride flag. Yeah. And so, yeah. And so that was a little bit of a flashback there of like, just kind of like how much I didn't want people to think in any way that I wasn't straight. And that's why it was such a big deal for me, you know, a couple years later, like even just telling like the therapist, just like casually, like it was a very big deal to me. Philosophy doesn't harm me or harm others and makes you happy, then live your life. Exactly. Exactly. If you're literally not hurting anyone, or like not harming yourself or anyone, you're good. Like, so dumb that people are against it. Anyways, so yeah, so back to yeah, after therapy, after that first session of like having that intake and whatnot, and being like, I'm probably not straight, but I know I like guys, and yep, but maybe I'm not. I just like the most roundabout way of trying to say I'm bi. Thank you, Hino Akama Live, for the follow. Thank you. And yeah, so that was just like my mindset at the time. Okay. And so this wasn't really something we really talked about. Like, of course, like I had other sessions after this, whatever. So, flash forward a couple months from then. And I was, just because there was a lot, again, it was the whole reason why I was in the therapy in the first place and stuff, was I just really wanted to get away and get out of like the environment I was in. Like I just really wanted a break. And so with that came my aunt, who lived out of state, had called me, and this is like literally a couple days after I'm just like having this whole like, I don't want to be here anymore. I need to leave and go somewhere else for a while and stuff. And so randomly I had my aunt called, who is out of state for me, and she was like, hey, do you want to live with us for the summer and help take care and like babysit your younger cousin? This was like years ago, and like they were like, oh, we're gonna be like busy, and like she had like a job where she traveled a lot, so ooh. What? That's not what I meant. Okay, are you guys still here? Okay, for the people who are still here, apparently TikTok thought I was talking about Kermit the Frog. If you know, you know. They just restricted my live, and put an age restriction on. Are you kidding me? Okay, that was not what I was talking about. I literally wanted to move to a different place. There we go. This is not an outlet. Exactly, what the heck? They said I'm talking about themes that aren't appropriate for all audiences. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Anyways, I guess the few people that are here are the only ones who are seeing my stream for the next 10 minutes. Because apparently they're not going to push out my stream for the next 10 minutes. So, cool. Anyways. That's sad it is! It's so dumb! What the heck? Husky dog live stream? I'm not a husky, I'm a fox. Well, anyways, I'll just continue my story. Where was I? So, yeah, my aunt was like, hey, you want to move out here with us? Like, just come live here for the summer and, you know, help us, you know, babysit and whatnot. And take care of, like, house things and whatnot, like, because we're going to be in and out, like, the whole summer, so. I was like, okay. Well, at first I was pretty reluctant, but I was like, you know what, sure. Like, let's just, I wanted to leave. I wanted to get out of here anyways. Sure, I'll move out here for a few months. So that's what I did. And again, this was over the summer. So we get into summertime. And I'm living in a different area. I went from where I was to living in the Midwest, which was very different. Especially for someone who's questioning their sexuality. Moving to an area not very supportive, especially then. Especially way more then. It was kind of scary to me, but whatever. I was like, no one knows. It's fine. Plus, I was still in denial. And so, I move over here, move over there, and then I just remember going into Pride Month. So, thank you, May Cavito, for sharing the live. Thank you. Going into Pride Month, because then it's summertime, so we go to June. And then I start seeing people, you know, posting about Pride online and stuff, and this was right after I was questioning, right? Like, I just really started to face it. And then here I was, like, a month or two later, and it's Pride Month. And I'm seeing a lot of stuff, like, online and everywhere. And, it was just way more, like, in my face and something that I was way more aware of. And I remember this day so freaking clearly. So one day, it's June, and I was on my phone just like watching YouTube on like a couch in the living room, and again, there was this one cosplayer, creator that I'd followed for a while, and they made a video where they're like, hey, I'm gonna talk about and make this little video for Pride Month, and they talked about kind of like their journey and stuff, kind of like what I'm doing here. And watching their video, like, that's kind of when I realized how much I related to them. So cute, thank you, Scarlett. Welcome in. Of just kind of again realizing like they said that they were bi, and they kind of like talked about their story, like going through like high school and realizing they like girls and like all this stuff, and a lot of what they're saying was very, very relatable to me, or like a little bit similar to like what I had gone through too. And that's like the first time where I was like, oh, right, being bisexual is a thing. Like there is a sexuality where you can like both men and women. Like that's a thing. And I didn't have to, I don't know, like it didn't have to be like this thing that I was like constantly fighting with in my mind of being like, oh, I know I like men, but I'm starting to, I like women too. But that blah blah blah. I don't know. We can't have both at the same time. It's more acceptable to like men. So, like, I think that was like the first time where I was like actually able to like get out of that, that thinking, and to be like, holy crap, there is actually a sexuality that like explains this, and like what this is. Can't have too much of a good thing. And so, yep, I watched that. And I just remember, like, the video ended, and I just remember sitting there. And I just remember I looked up, and I was like, I remember, like, looking up, and like, I was looking, like, out the window. And it was like sunny and stuff, and then just being like, holy crap, I'm bi. And just having kind of like a whole moment there of just sitting there and just like sitting with that for a few minutes. Because I was like, now I actually have a word that actually like fits and, you know, describes my situation. And like it, I don't know, that moment just meant a lot. Hello, Carmen, welcome in. And I just remember thinking like, wow, like the clouds have parted, the birds are singing, it is nice and sunny, and everything's just more clear to me now. And like everything that I had been, you know, questioning and had been in denial about and not really, you know, wanting to put a label on it or not really wanting to accept, finally like came to its head. And I was like, wow, I have a word for this. I have a way to describe like my identity. I'm a bicycle, yes. And that was a big moment. But I think what was harder, it was both good and also I'd finally opened that box that I didn't want to open for so long. And now I couldn't not think about, like, now I have a word. Now I have, like, I know, blah, blah, blah. So now it's like, okay, this box is opened now. And for the next few months, it's definitely a whole crisis. How is it in the Midwest? I would say more accepting now. A few years out, but then definitely not. I would say I was definitely more in like the Bible Belt area. So I just remember being like, holy crap, I realized I'm bi, but I'm like probably in one of the worst places to be. And so that was really, really scary to me. And then suddenly it felt like I'm living here with this family and I know that they do not accept this. And I have to live in their house for the next couple months. And it was just scary because it's like they will never know unless I say something. It's not like they'll look at me and like I'll have the word like bi like tattooed on my head or anything. I don't know. Or like gay, you know. But it just felt like they would know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You can read minds. I don't know how to even describe that. I just felt like, I'm now in this area, living in this house with people that I know don't accept this. And it was just kind of like a thing of being like, if they find out, I would probably be kicked out. Like, that's how like I was thinking at the time. Like this is not good. And so I definitely struggled for a while after that. And then this is basically anyone who's gay. This is a canon event. You look up, you take the like, am I gay, am I bi quizzes online. Like, you look them up. I was definitely there. And I was like, wait, but I need to know for sure, and I need to take this random quiz someone made online that'll definitely tell me. And but canon event for like probably most LGBT people. Like, I did my research. Like, I went full in researching and researching and researching, like, so much that I could about like about the LGBT community, and especially about like other people who are bi, and hearing like their stories, and like just trying to find out more, and just being like, okay, like being bi is also on like a spectrum. People could be more attracted to men and a little bit attracted to women, or more attracted to women than attracted to women. And like, it's like a whole spectrum. Scopophobia? What's scopophobia? And so I went full on research mode, because that's just how my brain is. If there's something I want to learn about or know anything else of, I will go down that rabbit hole and look it up. So that led to me really, really being like, am I for sure this? Am I for sure this, right? And then everything kept pointing to, yeah, you are. Yes, Nikki, you are bi. And kind of having to be like, oh, I'm part of the LGBTQ community. Wow. like I've known I've liked girls for years, but I don't know, it wasn't something I was willing to accept, or something that, like, I don't know. It was just such a, like, so much like in denial then, and having so much like internalized homophobia. So like finally having like answers, and being like, having like a label, or like something to be like, oh, like this describes what I'm going through, like what I'm feeling, was such a good feeling, as much as it was scary. Rational fear of being looked at or stared at. I wouldn't say, like, I wasn't scared they were gonna look at me and stuff. It was more of like, if they happen to find out, like somehow find out that I'm not straight, like that was the scary part to me. Thank you, John, for the follow. Thank you, and welcome in. And so that was the next few months. It was like pretty much that summer. Pretty much by like the end of that summer, I was like, yes, I'm bi. Like, I know this is my identity. Happy Pride. Thank you, Niall. Thank you. Thank you, Goofy Chicken, for the follow too. Yeah. And I would say after that, just yeah, kind of accepting that I was bi, and accepting it to myself. I still wasn't out to anyone. No one knew. I didn't think it was something I could tell people. or something I could voice out loud for a long while. And Low Sour Fox, and thank you, Goofy Chicken. Happy Pride, yeah! So, okay, we will skip forward, because at this point, I accept that I'm bi, I know I'm bi, and I'm like, okay, wow, like, this is actually a thing. Cool. And then yeah, again, like, accepted it to myself. Like, I was probably more involved, like, online and like LGBT stuff, like looking up stuff, like seeing other creatives and all that, and just learning more and just being like, wow, yeah, I've always been part of this community. That's crazy. Hello, Duckus, welcome in. And so pretty, thank you. Thank you. Let's go into some not fun stuff. I'll try not to get too sappy or sad, but yeah, we're still leading up to where I am now, you know? Cotton candy, yeah. I do get told that a lot. Yeah, very fluffy. Very fluffy. So, flash forward another, at this point, a few years after. And okay. Someone. Yeah. This is a little different. Mono's very pretty, thank you. Flash forward years, and I accidentally, on purpose, came out to my mom. Ooh. Again, I wish this was a happy story, but it's kind of not. I'll get into it. Because this also involves my other friends that I've had for a long while, and it tore me up a bit. Sorry, it's all good now. It's different now, but this was, you know, a couple years ago, and again, part of the journey. It's part of the journey. And unfortunately, this is a very common thing for a lot of, you know, people in the LGBT community, is that a lot of times it's not a good, happy thing initially when you come out. It's just sadly how people think and how it is currently, you know? Here for you, thank you. I'm happy to like be here, be able to like talk about this and like be myself. So definitely, we're all good now. We're good now. But this was again a couple years ago, and how do I bring this out? Okay, this will be pretty crazy. So you know how I mentioned how I had the friends in high school who was trans, and we had been friends since like before high school. Yeah, so we had been friends since we were like middle school. I don't know, I had to be like 11 or 12 years old, like when we became friends. And I don't know who that is, very. So my mom, how I knew him, my mom and his aunt worked together, and they hadn't talked for like a while, and then finally they had like a catch up where they like caught up and like, I don't know, had lunch together or something. And I had lost, oh, the music. I had lost contact with him. Like, we hadn't spoken in a while. But I did always want to reach out to him. And, basically, it's like a whole thing. Apparently, yeah, he had feelings for me, and like when we were in high school. But I was so like ignorant and kind of against wanting to date him because I was like, is this right or is this okay? And just I don't know. I always wanted to go back and like apologize, be like, you know what, I'm bi, and like I now accept this and know this about myself, but I didn't know that then, like early high school years. And just because of how I was raised and how I had like just basically gotten out of being at a Catholic school for 9 years, that was just my mindset at the time. I always wanted to reach out and like apologize, because the thing is that I think I did really like him too, but I just realized it way later. And unfortunately, a little sad moment, but we'll get more happy after, okay? Unfortunately, my mom, like this was years later, she had a lunch with his aunt, and she later comes home, and she told me that he had passed away, like 2 weeks prior. And that was a pretty big thing to me. And I think what hurt the most was knowing his family did not accept he was trans. So they misgendered him on everything. And also put his dead name on like all this stuff. And it just tore me up to know that. And like they still would say like, oh, she, and like things like that, and use his dead name. And I was just like, oh. And so that was a big kind of thing that led to me eventually coming out. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's okay, Gooby Chicken. It's all good now. I'm good. But, you know, at the time, it was really hard for me to deal with at the time. And, on top of this is kind of unrelated, but very unrelated. But also, a member of... this is like people dying at this time. Okay. Hello, gently. Welcome. One of my favorite K-pop groups, one of the members had just passed away also. And not only that, they were the same age, and basically they were found in like a very similar situations. So this just brought up more things with, it's like the thing happening with my friends, and then a little bit later, my favorite member from this group I really liked also passed away. Both the same age as me, and so I was just like, holy crap, could people my age stop dying? We're so young. Stop. And having that combined was just like, ooh, a lot. And I remember I was really sad. So of course, I think most people can agree that it's okay to cry, right? It would have been okay to cry in this situation. And I was upset. So this was like a couple weeks later after that. I'm still like really upset and torn up about all of this. And my mom comes in. Why am I laughing? This is how I cope with things, okay? I just laugh. My mom comes in and she's like, why are you sad? Like, why are you crying? And she's like, are you still sad about that freaking K-pop guy dying? And I had to be like, no, I'm not sad at all about that. I'm good. I'm actually, I was like, what's something acceptable to be sad about? I'm like, oh, I'm actually really sad about, my friend, who you knew, and you keep freaking misgendering him. Can I share a story to tell yours? Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why I'm here, like, even telling my story is you know, hopefully it's like relatable, and then other people, you know, I want to hear about other people's journeys and stuff too. And so was the K-pop dude. What do you mean? Who was his name is Moonbin. He is from a group called Astro, and Astro had been my favorite group for years. So, whew, that's a whole other thing. But like, I think what brought it up and what made me more sad about my friend, like right after hearing about Moonbin, was like, again, they're same age, very similar how they were found, unresponsive and stuff. So there you go. So that just brought all that up. Hello, Hui, welcome. And so my mom was like, I can laugh about it now because I'm like, this is so ridiculous. What the hell? And I was like, why are you sad? Are you still sad about this K-pop guy? Like, you don't know him, whatever, you know? And I was like, no, I'm not sad about that at all. And I was like, no, I'm actually still sad about my friend because, you know, it's pretty similar, and it just brings all that up again. And my mom could not understand why I would be sad for a friend because he was trans. Like, she was like, well, you'd only be sad about it if you were related to him. You would only be sad about it, like, why are you still sad about it? Unless you are the same. And I was like, well, I'm sad about it because he was my friend. What the hell? And also, yes, I am part of the LGBTQ community. I didn't say that at first, but I was like, like, and then I remember my mom flat out just asking me, like, well, so she asked me, she's like, do you think you're a boy? Or like, do you think, like, are you trans? Like, oh god, oh no. And I said, no. I was like, I'm not trans. I definitely, I feel like a girl. I'm a girl. But, yeah. And then she was like, wait, do you like men or do you like women? Where is it? That's not the one. That's the one. Yeah, this was my face when she said that. And this is when I accidentally, on purpose, came out. Because I was like, why does there have to be an or? And that was my response. And thus I had come out to someone. Was the... Yup. I just was so mad. And I was like, why does there have to be an or? Excuse me? Excuse me? And then I was like, oh shoot. Oh shoot. I was just like, oh, well, I came out. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. Initially, it was fine. She was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oops, wrong one. And she was like, yeah, like, you're still my daughter, and I still love you, like, no matter what, and I'll support you no matter what. But I could see she was being a bit hesitant. It was just kind of like saying that in the moment. But I was like, okay, cool. You know, this went better than I thought. This went better than I thought. Pretty okay. Alrighty. Awesome. No. Yeah, 2 weeks later, I think after she had time to, like, digest it, she definitely came at me and was very not happy with the fact of me being bi. And I think she took me being bi as, like, also being, like, a lesbian. because she was like, oh, like you choose girls now, and I'm like, oh my god, it's not a choice. Are you? It was just the whole thing. So yeah, she wasn't very accepting. And kind of a bit after that, I just kind of dropped it. Like, it wasn't something I ever brought up to her or like to anyone really. Besides, like, unless I was like, I don't know, talking with friends or like other people like online and stuff, or probably the only people who knew. It's just like, it's okay. Again, I said it's better now, and it's been a couple years since then. But initially, that was just unfortunately what I got, and so I was like, okay, this isn't something I'm safe. It's not something safe enough that I can tell anyone in my family clearly. So I'll just keep it to myself, and only people that I want to tell or people that know. Like, it's fine. It's okay. And yeah, so I was just kind of like the next while of time. Now my mom is definitely a lot more accepting, a lot more supportive. I think she's still apprehensive and still doesn't fully understand it, but she's more like willing to hear me out and stuff on it, and a lot more like okay, accepting. So that's a plus. And some other people know, but it definitely took a while for me to get comfortable again to ever like tell anyone like out loud in person. So yeah. Also, I think at this point, I also wasn't like super wanting to date anyways. Like, I knew I was bi, and I knew, like, I'd say it takes me a lot to like someone. I have to be really comfortable with them, and, like, be, like, friends and, like, get to know someone, and like, I've only had, like, a few, like, actual, like, real people that I've liked, like, I could probably name on my hand, like, throughout my life, so it's not something that I felt often, and partially I think it's, kind of going more towards, like, you know, I am autistic, so that is, like, a social barrier when it comes to, like, wanting to date and, like, being close to people, so it wasn't really a thing, so I was like, okay, like, I know I'm bi, like, I know I'm this, but I'm not, like, looking to date anyways. Little Carmen morning. And then it took a while later until, you know, it was definitely a lot later in life that, and definitely at like an older age when I actually felt okay and like comfortable, like possibly with dating someone. I think it just takes me a lot to like someone. Like, I have to like actually get to know them and like feel comfortable with them and like be friends, and then like the attraction and everything comes kind of after, which I know people have like described that as being like demi, so I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'm because I can't just like or like date someone I know. I it's not how I work. But that's a bit where I am now currently in life. I'd say more friends and stuff, no, and a lot more people. I don't know, like, I think in general, especially more recent years, like past couple years, like more people, like more, it's more acceptable now, and like more of like a thing, like, a lot more comfortable, like, talking and, like, expressing this, like, out loud to people. Being what? Wait, what do you mean? What, being what? What is that in reference to? I take some sippies, okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I would say that's about where I am now. Actually, last year, I got to go to my first, like, Pride event last year. I went to, like, a Pride parade and, like, a little, like, you were yapping about how you need to know someone to like them. Being what? Oh, demisexual. It is a thing, yeah. Was it fun? It was so much fun! Oh my god! I started being so happy and like getting to see people and like everyone just kind of like, you know, being happy and be like, oh, happy pride, and like being accepting, and like I could walk around with like a pride flag and a bi flag, and everyone is just, it's so great. That was so much fun to be able to like go to something like that. Especially be supportive of like the trans community there as well. Because like I said, I had a friend, and that's very, very special to me. Definitely something I'm like fiercely like protective of. So yeah. It's just like, I'm happy. I'm at a place now where I can fully be myself, and accept kind of like all parts of myself a lot more and a lot better. I mean, still hard. Definitely loving yourself isn't always easy every day. But definitely in a lot better headspace now. And yeah. I think, yeah, pretty much about it there. So I'm gonna be going this weekend. There's some different pride things that I'm be going to again with friends. So second year of getting to go to like pride stuff. So I'm happy. I'm very happy. And also, I guess relating back to what I'm currently doing now, you know, with streaming and being a VTuber and stuff, it's definitely helped me like fully be more confident and more okay with myself, and knowing that there's people that like, you know, are just here and are, you know, are supportive, and you know, it doesn't matter like what I am or anything. So it's just nice to have like an outlet to it's nice to have like an outlet of where I can fully express myself. Cause I'd say still day to day, to some degree I can't really fully express things. But again, that is a huge reason why I started VTubing. And why I'm here now talking about this. And like, I don't know, it just feels good to like finally fully share this like out loud with people. W conclusion, yeah. So we can talk about how we like booba together. Okay. And you share? I mean, you're more than welcome to type, and if you wanna like share anything about yourself in chat. But yeah. Wow, holy, I've been yapping for 2 hours. Holy crap, it took 2 hours to tell all this. We can. Oh my god. So yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out and willing to hear me listen to this. Hear me you know, chat about this for so long. Yeah. Happy Pride, everyone. Yeah. But yeah, it's been quite the journey. I think there's just a lot of acceptance and learning that how I am is okay, and it's not like, what do you mean? What TikTok? What are you talking about? There, I put the puzzle piece in the thing. Am I good now, TikTok? Okay. We're back. Also, 6,300! Holy crap, I just noticed that. Thank you. I know we just got to 6,200 like a couple days ago, a few days ago. So like, holy crap, thank you guys. That's definitely a lot. Do you know who Fillion is? Familiar with the name, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the same person. Putsy ears nice and good. Thank you. Well, yeah. Well, what'd you guys think? Thoughts? Comments? Concerns? Questions? I don't know. Oh, a famous VTuber wipe all our accounts for no reason ever? I mean, that happens. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear Goofy Chicken. Holy crap. What's demisexual? Yeah. So, it is... Instead of like, I don't know, it comes with like actually being like really like attracted to someone. Because I think you can think like, I don't know, like I can look at someone or watch something or whatever, be like, oh yeah, they're attractive. But like, I don't ever feel feelings. Like, I can't feel feelings. It's like really hard for me, like just normally. I have to be, it means you have to be kind of like close. Or you have to like really get to like know someone and be friends. And I think that definitely makes sense considering some of the other people I've explained that I have crushes on, that I've liked. You know, talking about my friend from high school and then my friend who is trans. It's just like having to be like friends and having to have some kind of connection. And I would say even with friends, like there's a difference because I could still be like pretty awkward and shy, even with like friends that I've been like good friends with for years. But I'd say there's like a very few amount of people that I feel like immediately like really comfortable with and can like chat with and have like no problems. Other than that, it does take me a while to get more comfortable with people. Thought that was normal. Yeah, I mean, to some degree, I feel like most people should be friends and stuff and get to know each other before then. But, it's very specific. It's like having to really, like, know... how do you explain? I don't know. Like, there has to be, like... real connection, or like it's a very specific feeling that I get. Like I know, and I'm like, I'm really comfortable with this person, and like, oh, I'm starting to really like them. But it's not like a very rare thing. Like even with people I'm like friends with, like I don't know. I mean, I have friends for years, I would never date them, or I don't have that feeling with like them. I guess like it's very specific, I would say. I hope I explained that somewhat okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, yep. Yeah, but I would say in general, I feel like most people, you know, would want to be, like, friends or probably know each other to some degree before dating. But, I mean, there are people that will just, like, go up and date and just be like, hey, go out. I couldn't. I think if someone, like, approached me and are like, oh, can I have your number? Or, like, oh, I think you're cute or something. I immediately just... I freeze up. I either freeze up or I'm, like, completely unaware that someone's flirting with me. Like, it just goes over my head until I'm like knee deep in it, and then they think I'm interested, and I'm like, hold up. Oh, you're flirting with me. And then they think I'm interested at that point. I'm like, oh no, I'm just here. Yeah. I'm glad to stay listen to you have to talk about your life. Yeah, well, thank you for, I guess, staying and listening. I really didn't think anyone would stay. But yeah, thank you guys for I guess being here and listening to me for 2 hours. Holy crap about this. Hello, Crumbs, welcome. You're beautiful, thank you. Can I ask you a question? Oh, you can ask a question. Does the family you live with know? My cousins do. So younger generation, yes. As far as my aunt and uncle, absolutely not. They definitely are not accepting. I definitely say a lot of horrible things that I kind of have to shut my mouth and just listen to. That's hard. I mean, just a lot of my family is like that, unfortunately. But I mean, that's just how they grew up for decades. And so it's kind of hard to change their minds. I don't know. It's just what it is, and I've accepted that. Like, it doesn't bother me as much that, like... I mean, it makes me mad when they say something, so I'm like, that's not right. But I'm not like... I don't need their approval or anything, or like, you know, whatever. Like, it's fine with them not knowing or knowing or whatever. Stop being your hater just for this stream. No, you're not a hater for a day. This is weird. If you could do one thing, be anything without any boundary, what would it be? It's a good question. Honestly, I would say probably what I'm doing now, honestly. Like, probably on like a different scale. I definitely have like other dreams and like aspirations I want to work towards, especially when it comes to VTubing. So I think if I was able to reach those goals without having like any kind of boundary or like anything that could potentially stop me, it would probably be that. Yeah, character development. Yeah. I didn't hurt the tree. I did not hurt the trees. These are the, you know, like the faux flowers? Yes. I didn't hurt the trees. Well, yeah. I really thought this stream would be like an hour, maybe, depending on like how much I had to tell. But apparently I went and we talked about everything, and it was a whole 2 hours. I'm just yappy. I didn't think it would take that long, but I'm glad it did. I'm glad it did. I really thought it would be a lot shorter stream, honestly. Chop down the trees for the flowers. Yeah, I chopped down the entire tree. Just to pick these singular flowers and put them on here. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sure that is a quote from Abraham Lincoln. You're so right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think anyone else has to say or offer to this conversation. I don't know. Oh! I did get a pride shirt that came in today, because I wanted to wear something different this year. I'm gonna look at it. Might as well, we're watching the pride stream right now. talk about booba. Oh my god. Cute little shirt there. You Spanish? I am not Spanish. Do I speak Spanish or am I Spanish? You have a Discord? I do! I'll actually go ahead and link it since we're here. So I do have a Discord for this community. Let me get the link. Like the first main rule before joining, I am not Filipino. Oh my god. People are gonna believe that. I will say it is an 18+ server, so only join if you are over 18. I am over 18, and I feel more comfortable interacting and talking with people, so my server is 18+. So, that's the first thing. And then when you do join, make sure you read the rules and react to them, like leave a little emote at the bottom, or click on an emote, and then you'll have access to all the channels. Yeah. Oop. Married out could be under 18. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying in general to like chat. Just in general, cause in case anyone else wants to join or whatever, I just like to make sure I announce that every time I post the link, just in case. And I will say there have been some. Oh my god. There definitely have been some people that have like been underage that have played. Or played, that have like joined in. And very quickly did they get called out and kicked out. And I'm like, no, I will not have this. If you play Repo. Now, we're always trying to get people to play Repo, so... Ooh. Oh, thank you, Crazy Crowns of the Summer Sun! Ah, thank you! I heard the notification, I had to like go to like see what it was from. Ah, thank you! Little guys, munchkins, ankle biters. Yeah. A reminder for your sunburn? Oh. You know what? I actually got a bit of a sunburn when I last went on my vacation. Luckily not bad. But a little bit. So I was like looking down at my arms today and I had like this patch of like skin that was like starting to peel. I was like, oh yeah, ow, I got a sunburn. Completely. I don't even know how. I was like super putting on sunscreen the entire time I was there. Still managed to get a sunburn somehow. It's yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, Enchilada Land does that to you. Like, even if you're like constantly putting on sunscreen, the sun will find a way. And I have like an extreme tan line now. But you know what? It is what it is. Yeah. I usually, like, most of the time, I only tan. Only been a few times where I've gotten sunburn, and this is one of the times I've gotten a sunburn. Yeah, it's been so hot. Yeah, it has. You only bird? Oh no. God. I can't even imagine. For like the few times that I've actually had a sunburn, I'm like, oh, for people who actually get this like regularly or all over their body, like, I'm sorry. That's horrible. Whose voice? What are you referring to? Whose voice is that? What do you mean? You still burn. Oof. Yeah. I'm pretty lucky. I usually don't burn. I still get really tan. Which still is not good. If you tan, still put sunscreen on. All the time. It's still not good for your skin to even, like, if you're tanning and stuff. You're still getting that sun. The worst sunburn I've ever had in my life was when I went skiing. And I had like a mask on, or I had like my scarf like around like the bottom half of my face, but it slipped off and I just forgot to apply sunscreen. And I had really severe bad burns on my lips. And it was the worst thing ever. Like, it was actually, like, blistering and peeling and extremely swollen. It looked like I had, like, a botched, like, lip job or something. It looked so bad. With the pin. Yeah, the winter burn. Exactly. That was definitely the worst sunburn I ever had. Ugh. On this, like, behind the knees or scalp. Ugh. Yeah. Kylie Jenner lips, like, exactly. Like, it looked really bad. And the worst part was, because it was also, like my lip, like, above my lips, like, between my nose and lips. And at that same time, I caught a cold. So I couldn't really, like, blow my nose or anything. And just everything hurt. It was just burned constantly. And it's like, ugh, that was horrible. It was like all dry, and I was like, I can't do anything. And I learned my lesson, so now I'm like super sunscreen on my face, because I never want that to happen again. Oh, yeah. Huh. I wish I didn't read that, Goofy Chicken, but okay. Alrighty. I think I will head off now. It's definitely been a good stream. And thank you guys for anyone who, like, stayed and listened or came partially through and even, like, listened for a little bit. Thank you. It's definitely a bit of a different stream than what I usually do. I feel like normally I try to stay more upbeat and, like, you know, not have too many, like, serious conversations and things like that, or get too, like, sad or sappy, but this was something I really want to talk about, and I felt it was pretty important to share. Yes, and Booba. And Booba. Yes, also important. So, yeah, I'm just, thank you if you, like, stayed and listened to me, talk about it. And talk about my whole journey of, like, you know, coming to terms with who I am and stuff, and, you know, kind of leading to where I am now, and, like, even getting into, VTubing and stuff and whatnot, because a lot of it is all very, very, very related. And I would say the last few years are definitely not the easiest in my life, but a lot has come around and is a lot better now, and I owe a lot of that, honestly, to VTubing, and, you know, being able to do this and having like a little outlet for me and my interests and stuff like that. Like this VTubing and like community and everything, it means the world to me. So I'm extremely grateful for everything. Yeah. Okay. Okay, enough with the sap. Enough with the sappy. I will go ahead and head off here. So, tomorrow's stream, let me think, will be pretty late. We'll be doing Caleb's birthday event stuff in Love and Deep Space. It's all about Med. Exactly. We'll be I don't remember what sentence I was trying to say. Love and Deep Space Caleb. Okay, birthday. Be doing his birthday event in the game. However, that'll be quite late at night. I did put on my schedule that'll be 11 p.m. CST. I will put a little note on that as I hope I have it at 11. Hopefully a little earlier, possibly 10 something. If not, it could be later. But we will definitely get through Caleb's birthday stuff tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I will be spending most of the day, or like most of like the morning and afternoon, I'll be at like some Pride stuff with friends. And then in the evening, I'm gonna go see the BTS concert. Because they're gonna air their concert. I think it's like happening like right now in Korea, in Busan. And they're showing it in US theaters tomorrow, so. So, because it's a concert, it could be between, I could be there for 3 to 4 hours. That's why I'm like, I don't know. Hopefully I'm out and can start stream at 11. But like I said, it could be later. Maybe earlier if I'm out earlier. Who knows? So, I'll keep you guys posted. But I would say around 11 p.m. CST. Just to give you like a time. Alrighty. I will see you guys tomorrow for that stream. So, yeah. I will be heading off now. And I will talk to you guys later. Alrighty. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.